We are counting down 10 hidden secrets behind one of the most unlikely legends in automotive history, the BMW 2002. From accidental engineering experiments and a persuasive American importer to an engine block that wound up in Formula One, each reveal climbs higher in surprise. Some of these secrets nearly kept this car from existing at all. Let us start with number 10, and a name that fools almost everyone. In the 10th place, the name 2002 has nothing to do with the turn of the millennium. It is actually a clever piece of classic BMW shorthand. In the mid-1960s, BMW introduced a compact two-door sedan called the 1702, with the trailing 2 explicitly indicating its two-door layout. When engineers shoehorned a larger 2-liter engine under the hood, they combined the engine displacement and the body style. Thus, the 20 represents the 2-liter engine, and the 02 represents the 2 doors, and together they formed the 2002. This same mathematical logic also defined the lesser-known 1502, 1602, and 1802 models. Number 9. The legendary sports sedan actually began as 2 separate, secret experiments. Alex von Falkenhausen, the brilliant engine designer behind the M10, wanted more speed, so he quietly swapped a larger 2-liter motor into his personal 1602 company car. At the exact same time, product planning chief Helmut Werner Boensch did the identical swap on his own vehicle. Neither man had any idea what the other was doing. This double stroke of rogue engineering proved that BMW's most influential decision makers were already secretly building the car of their dreams. Number 8. The secret garage discovery that changed BMW history. While independent experiments are one thing, bringing them into the light of day is what forced the company's hand. During routine servicing at the Munich plant, mechanics prepped 2 seemingly standard 1602 company cars. Parked side by side in the same service bay, the technicians noticed something unusual under the hoods. Both vehicles had been fitted with identical, unapproved 2-liter M10 conversions. This sudden, shared revelation made the concept undeniable to BMW leadership, turning private tinkering into the official foundation of the 2002. Number 7. Max Hoffmann's massive commercial gamble. While brilliant German engineers were busy hot rodding their personal cars, it took an Austrian-born importer in New York to turn their rogue experiment into a viable business case. Max Hoffmann, BMW's exclusive United States distributor, possessed an uncanny instinct for what American drivers wanted long before Munich did. Upon learning about the 2-liter 2-door prototype, he urged the board to build it, backing his pitch with a bold sales guarantee to personally order thousands of units for the American market. This commercial promise instantly stripped away the financial risk for BMW's cautious executives, transforming a garage passion project into an official production reality. Number 6. The tightening grip of American environmental laws. In the late 1960s, the US introduced strict exhaust limits under the Motor Vehicle Air Pollution Control Act, which immediately threatened BMW's plans. Their sporty 1.6-liter 1600 Ti was ready to storm the American market, but its high-strung twin carburetor engine simply could not meet the new standards. Rather than spending a fortune choking the small motor with power-robbing air pumps, engineers realized they had a better option. By dropping the larger 2-liter M10 block into the car, they could meet tailpipe rules through sheer engine displacement while keeping a healthy 100 horsepower. The new rule book, meant to clean up the air, accidentally forced the 2002 into production. Number 5. The master stroke of engineering foresight built directly into the iron block of the M10 engine. When Alex von Falkenhausen designed this power plant in the late 1950s, he refused to build just for the immediate needs of the compact Neue Klasse. Instead, he insisted on a generous 91mm bore spacing. This deliberate decision meant the cast iron block could expand from its original 1.5 liters up to a full 2 liters without requiring BMW to retool its entire Munich factory. By baking in this extra capacity, von Falkenhausen ensured that when the market demanded a faster 2-liter sports sedan years later, the engine was already completely prepared for the transformation. Number 4. The humble block under the hood of the 2002 eventually became a 1,000 horsepower Formula One champion. When BMW joined Grand Prix racing in the early 1980s, engineers did not build a fragile million-dollar engine from scratch. Instead, they grabbed used cast iron M10 production blocks straight out of everyday road cars. With a shortened stroke and a massive turbocharger bolted on, this legendary M1213 race unit easily handled extreme boost. In qualifying trim, it screamed past 12,000 revolutions per minute to generate over 1,400 horsepower. It stands as the ultimate jaw-dropping proof of just how absurdly over-engineered the 2002's engine block was from the very beginning. In third place, we find the core of the 2002's giant killer reputation. Why 100 horsepower was more than enough. In the late 1960s, American V8 sedans were brutal machines, routinely pumping out over 350 horsepower. On paper, the modest little BMW looked completely outclassed with its 2-liter, 100 horsepower engine. But the spec sheets hid a massive secret. The 2002 weighed just 960 kilograms, roughly half the mass of those heavy American dreadnoughts. This featherweight chassis completely shifted the performance equation. While the V8s dominated straight-line drag strips, the nimble BMW thrived where the roads actually started to bend, outbraking and outmaneuvering almost anything on the asphalt. By proving that lightweight agility trumped raw muscle, the 2002 didn't just win races, it redefined what a driver's car could be. In second place, the 2002 Turbo was brilliant, rare, and badly timed. Launched in October 1973, it stood as Europe's first turbocharged production passenger car, beating Porsche to the market by 2 full years. With a KKK turbine bolted to the 2-liter EMT, it produced a screaming 170 horsepower. The OPEC oil embargo struck that very same month, sending fuel prices soaring and forcing governments to propose speed limits on the Autobahn. The thirsty, high-performance turbo suddenly looked like an expensive mistake. BMW managed to build only 1,672 units before halting production in June 1975, turning this technological triumph into one of the rarest, most dramatic chapters in the car's history. Today, collectors hunt for surviving examples of this short-lived speed machine, which proved that turbocharging belonged on the street. And finally, in first place, the ultimate consequence of this little car is that it created the entire blueprint for BMW's modern identity. When production wrapped up and the new E21 3 Series debuted in 1975, designers did not build a new concept from scratch. Instead, they took the exact recipe pioneered by the 2002, a lightweight 2-door body, 4 usable seats, and a suspension tuned exclusively for the driver. Every single generation of the iconic 3 Series that followed directly inherits its DNA from this accidental masterpiece. The beautiful irony is that a machine which was not even supposed to exist, born from backroom engine swaps and unexpected emissions panic, became the absolute template for the modern sports sedan. It defied the corporate planners, outran the heavy muscle cars, and single-handedly taught the world what a sports sedan should be. If you love the story of this legendary automotive giant killer, subscribe to the channel for more classic car documentaries. Together, these secrets reveal a beautiful irony. The BMW 2002 was not even supposed to exist. Born from happy accidents and sheer improvisation, this underdog single-handedly taught the world what a sports sedan should be. Subscribe for more automotive history.